Hello, Elizabeth. Good morning. You are the first one today. Lalon Adebayo. Bill Muna Prosper. Nosa Favor. Kazim Ahmed. Shigo Nwafo. Ludovic. Modupe Oyewole. Rochelle White. Jot Idowu. Princess Lillian. Ikeshuku Wadiashi. Taiwo Aboba. Bamigbashi Isaac. Onyeye Okoro. Ronke Oyetayo. Bola Luro. Olayemi Success. Ikoti Jafet. Fle Karim Matib. Anujo. Mbalene Syrup. Godson Anigbo. Adoyi Ojile. Emmanuel Paul. Mayowa. Kike Moronkeji. Steven Musa. Margarita Christopher. Pat Agbons. Eric Lindu. Olukayode is here. Well, you are all ready. I see. You are all ready. So now let's go and do what we need to do. And what we need to do this morning is to go as quickly as possible and look for our share button and quickly share this message. All right? Let's go to quickly share the message as fast as we can. And as we do that, we'll be ready to go and go to the word immediately. This week is going to be a special day, a special week for me. It's going to be my week of solitude, but from my place of solitude, I'll be coming back to you. I'll be coming to you every day and coming with a message. And I'll be coming with you with the message. But right now, let's quickly go and do what we need to do. Share the link, and and I want to talk to you actually today about solitude. I think you could see from the title. So go share the link. As soon as you are through sharing the link, then we'll be ready to go. Go share the link and we'll be ready to go. All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome, everyone. Let's share the link, and it will be a wonderful time, a wonderful week. Okay. So the message of today is convert your time into a treasure called solitude. You remember how we started this whole journey? This whole journey is about people who have lost their job, or this is about people who don't have work. And the question is, what should people do when they have lost their job? Because there is no salary, there is no money to bring to the house, there is no money to feed their children with. So what should people do if they have lost their salary, if they have lost their income or their job? And I'm trying to say, when you lose your job, that is one of the greatest things that could ever happen to you. And that thing is the fact that, thank God, at last you are face to face with the greatest resource that is out there. You are face to face with the greatest wealth that is out there. And that greatest wealth that is out there is the wealth of time. That is nothing more precious than the wealth of time. If you could realize that everything is made out of time. Everything is made out of time. So if you will be able to convert your free time into anything you want, if you know what the treasure of time, if you know that time is a resource, you'll actually be able to convert your time to any product you want. You'll be able to convert your time to anything. So time could be converted to anything. It is from time that everything is made. So one of the things that you could do with your time is to convert your time to a treasure, to a greater treasure. And that treasure is solitude. Solitude is a greater treasure than money. Solitude is a greater treasure than wealth. Solitude is a greater treasure of, solitude is the means through which you could, concentrate in using your time. You could concentrate to converting your time into something of value. So solitude is a time is a time when you are actually doing something with your time. So when it's a form of overcoming distraction. It is a form of overcoming distraction, and when you overcome distraction, you'll be able to do something more specifically, something more precise, something more definite with the time that you have. So it's the time, the gift of the time of solitude is one of the greatest treasures you could ever think about. It's a wonderful, wonderful treasure. Nothing. Let me tell you something about solitude. Do you know that really nothing is born? Nothing is born. Nothing could be given birth to without solitude. That you can really never give birth to anything in this world without solitude. Anything precious comes out of solitude. In life, everything precious. Let's look at children. How did we bring children to life? How do we give birth to our children? Children are simply a result of solitude. Because before you could give birth to children, you must be able to find a place where a man and a woman could be isolated. And the solitude means isolation. So for you to be able to give birth to a child, two people must be isolated together. And that is when intimacy happens. So real intimacy is a product of solitude. And it is that intimacy that eventually gives birth to children. So children, or pregnancy and children are a result of solitude. So when men and women come together, that solitude produces a fruit, a fruit. So there is always fruit coming out of solitude. So that's why it's a treasure. The solitude is a wonderful treasure. No treasure like solitude. So what I'm trying to say is that a time of solitude will always produce some fruits. A time of solitude will always produce some results. Why? Because solitude time is an opportunity to actually make time work for you. It's an opportunity to actually convert time to something. Solitude time is an opportunity, is a place where you actually turn your time into some treasure. It's an opportunity for you to convert time into some form of treasure. So one of the greatest discoveries you could actually discover in life is the treasure of solitude. Because, listen closely, life is about conversion. Life is all about conversion. Life is about conversion. Conversion of what? Conversion of time. Everything comes out of time. And it is your ability to take your time and convert it to something. That is what produces, that's what decides if you are going to have time, and if you are going to have a product or not. Let me give you another example of the conversion about the fact that I want to prove to you that life is about conversion and conversion of time. Everything comes out of time. Okay, let's say I'm sure many of you will be going to work today. Many of you will be going to work today, right? Okay. When you go to work today, when you go to your work today, you'll probably be riding a car or you'll be riding a bus. Let's say you are riding a bus. In the process of you riding that bus, while you are sitting, let's say you traveling to your work to and fro 2 hours. So you go there 1 hour, you come back another 1 hour. So you spend 2 hours just going to work. Now, while you are sitting in that bus, or you are sitting in the tube, or in the metro, or in any transport that you take, somebody is sitting down there and just looking around, looking at people, who wears what, and just, all kind of thoughts in his mind. Or he's just looking in the street, looking at the weather, looking at trees, at buildings, and just looking around. So 1 hour passes, he just looks around, nothing happened. Then he comes back also, just looking at people, just thinking, lost in his thoughts, just, nothing. Just killed 2 hours. So what has he just done? He had just wasted life. 2 hours of his life had just been thrown away. Now, that same 2 hours, so another person is sitting in that same bus with a book. And he reads 1 hour when he's going, he reads another 1 hour. What has he done? It's like nothing has happened. Just going to work. 2 people going to work. One looking around and one converting time. That same period of time, 1 hour, is using it to add value into himself. And that same 2 hours that has passed, in 2 hours, he has finished reading a book. And in 2 hours, he has just added weight, value to himself. Because even in the bus, he was able to isolate himself and use isolation to convert that time. The time that could have been wasted, the time that could have just passed, he was able to convert that time into added value for himself. Another person traveling in the same bus, 2 hours to another person traveling the same bus, 2 hours to and fro, he's typing. Just 2 hours. He's not even looking around, he's not seeing anybody. Same 2 hours, somebody looking around, just thinking, condemning people, thinking other, and another person just typing. In 2 hours, in 1 hour, he has written one chapter. Another 1 hour, he has written another chapter. He has written another chapter. So just by going to work, 1 hour, one chapter, coming back, 2 chapters. So he has written maybe 1 chapter or 2 chapters just by traveling. By the time he does that for a week, he has written a whole book. Or by the time he does that for a month, he has written a book. So what has happened? It's like there was no time. We were all busy. This guy was busy traveling, traveling in the bus to work. It's like traveling in the bus. What am I supposed to do? Just traveling. But that same time is a time factor. Either you are converting time into a product or into a value chain, or you are killing, wasting, throwing away your life. Remember our illustration? I'm going to give this illustration every day. You remember, this is life. This is your body. The jar is your body, but your body is carrying your life inside. This is your life. Every day, you like it or not, your life is pouring out. Like it or not, every day, your life is pouring out. Every second, your life is pouring out. It doesn't matter. Either you convert that life that is coming, either you convert it to something or you don't convert it to something. It's your problem. But the life keeps on going out. It's going out of you. The lives keep on going out of you. So when you go to your work, what you do is that you go for your work for 8 hours, and you poured your life, 8 hours of your life, you poured it out to that work. That is what gives you salary. So salary, therefore, is only, let me tell you what is salary. The meaning of salary is this. Salary is the compensation you get for giving out or for selling out an amount of your life. Salary, the day's salary, if you hour by hour you are paid in your country, 8 hours of a daily work is you get 8 hours compensation for the life. It is your life. Your life is disappearing. You gave 1 month of your life, you are left with only this much, and you are compensated a little bit for that your life. So you are selling out your life. What do you mean selling out your life? Through time. You sold your time. You are exchanging your time for money. That is what salary is. Salary is what you get when you give out your life. To use your life to work, when you give us your time. So why do they pay you time by time, hourly or monthly or yearly or weekly? Because your life is in time. When you dedicate 1 month of your life, 1 month of your time into a job, you get a salary for 1 month. When you dedicate 1 week of your life for a job, you get 1 week salary. When you dedicate 1 day of your life, you pour out. You are not just dedicating, you are pouring out. You are actually pouring out your life. 1 month of your life, 1 week, 1 day of your life, you are giving it out. Your life is going, disappearing. But at least you get compensated. That is what we call spending time. At least you get some compensation. You sold out your time. You mortgage your life. At least you mortgage something, you get something for it. But when you're just riding through life, like in that bus, and you're just looking around and analyzing people, what did that one wear? What kind of hairstyle is that one wearing? Okay. These people say, you're just riding through life, and you are not converting that time. So what happens when you go to work and get salary is that you are giving your time, your life out, and you are being compensated by salary. So you are converting your time into salary, which is cheap, which is nothing. You are actually losing your life. You are giving it out. But when you invest your life into yourself, when you are riding that bus and reading books, you are not pouring it out somewhere for some job or for some salary. You are reinvesting it into yourself. You are multiplying the quality of your life when you add value to yourself. Or when you convert that time into writing a book, you are multiplying your content, yourself. Your life is being multiplied. Or when you take that time and you conserve it through solitude, and you go somewhere and you go and think and use time, you take time. You taking time to think. You are taking time to study. You are taking time to work in the library, or you are taking time to work in the laboratory to convert. You are using that time. You are taking advantage of every minute, and you are converting it to a product. You are producing something every minute. So that time that is pouring down, that every minute that is pouring out, you are taking advantage of it. You are converting into a product, into a service, into something, into an invention, into a discovery. You are converting it that way. Because you are converting it into a concrete product, you are actually conserving that time. You are reproducing your life that way, and that way, through conversion of time, you are not just reproducing your life, you are